Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of No ID. I'm going to just say podcast. Keep saying I'm supposed to be fast. This is just going to be podcast. I have here an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. She's doing something I ain't never seen before. My best friend, owner of Reigning Charms, Miss Raven. Say something to the people.
Hello, everyone. What's up, Jerome? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you feeling?
You know, just enjoying this nice Atlanta weather we've been having.
That's right. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you. You know, it look nice, don't it?
It nice. Do. Yeah. In my opinion, it look like an extra. It look like an extra bill to me, but that's just how I feel.
You can't look at it like that. It's not a bill; it's an investment.
That's right. Yeah. Right. For y'all that don't know, I used to work with Raven. Raven is a very artistic person, very creative. And she's doing something that I'd never seen before. And it actually made me think about considering buying a pair. She's customizing Crocs.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Don't be laughing at me, okay?
Go ahead.
I got my Vanna White on right now, okay?
You sure do. Look at that.
So this pair is actually for someone who she has a nice following on Instagram. Her brother does Ari Fletcher's hair. So these are for her. She has a little bitty foot. But yeah, you know, during the quarantine and my move to Atlanta, I had to find something to supplement income before I can, you know, find something else. And this was something I had to start. I did pair for myself. Someone else was doing something kind of like it, and the price was outrageous. I think she wanted like $250 or something. And I always look at something and say, you know, I can make that. I always say that, like, I can make that. And lo and behold, that's what I started doing. And, you know, wearing them around, going to the grocery store and stuff like that, people asking like, oh my gosh, did you make those? Where'd you get them from? I do make them. I can't even tell you how many customers I got from Walmart. People aren't just shopping and looking at your feet like, yeah. But yeah, that's how it started. I wasn't taking it that serious at first. Like if somebody asked me, I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when I seen how much people were really to actually, I don't care about the price. I want them like this size, let me know. I'm like, oh, that was easy. You know, if somebody wants something bad enough, they'll pay for it. Even with the whole quarantine and everybody unemployment this and can't find a job over here, and people were still spending money. After talking to other of my, you know, entrepreneur friends, all of them have still done so well, even though, you know, the world is a big soup sandwich, I guess. I don't really want to be on here cussing, but but yeah.
You can cuss. So. You can cuss. You can cuss.
You know, my children might watch this when they get older.
I'm glad you said that. That means I'm going to be around for a long time. So thank you for speaking that into existence.
Yes, of course. Once it's in the, you know, it's in the internet, it stays there forever, no matter what.
That's true.
I know, right?
It's possible.
In the wrong way.
So, you know, back in the day, I remember crocs was just something you'll see in the garden. We didn't see them in the garden. And excuse me, if anybody, you seen them at the trailer park. That's all you would see them at.
No, seriously. People really just wore them around the house or in the garden. They're just they're easy to clean. You wear them to the beach, wear them wherever. And I think when they try to rebrand themselves, they started doing collabs like with Post Malone. And now you see those Crocs on StockX and stuff like that for over $100.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, so they've been restocking along with coming out with like pairs that are, you know, limited edition. So they did a pair, they collab with Kentucky Fried Chicken. The ugliest pair I've ever seen, because they literally made a charm out of, like a piece of fried chicken and put it on a shoe, but people are buying them. If I can come across a pair to resell, I would. I definitely would. Some Crocs don't even come out in America. Some only come out in London or, in China. And people trying to get their hands on those, of course, they're going to hike the price up, resellers. It's crazy. It's getting, you would think they were out here, slinging Jordans, but no, it's just Crocs.
The craziest thing I don't even say it was Crocs. I saw a pair of Nike Dunks, and it was a collaboration with 7-Eleven. So I guess anything is possible with the Crocs.
Definitely possible.
So how did you come up with the name Reigning Charm for your empire? So
my daughter name is Rain.
My baby.
When you look at what her name actually means, it's to, reign like, a queen. Well, ask her, she's a princess. And I'm like, okay, what is something I can show that, just putting it out there, being cocky about it. I'm good at this, I'm not just out here, yeah, I slapped some rhinestones on the Croc and call it a day. No, I actually put my thought into my design before I even touched the shoe. And I had to sit back, like, I need something to show that, this is really, something that I can actually involve more than just Crocs. Because I've, done stuff on like Chucks. I've done stuff on, I have a girl asking me to do, some Air Force Ones. Mm-hmm. So I want it to be something that can go across the board. That's why you don't see the word Crocs in my name. I don't want them to think that all I do is Crocs. I've customized denim jackets. I've done, plenty of other things. If I can put a rhinestone on it, I've probably done it already. From, cell phone chargers to headphones, just to show, make them different. Or around here, everybody has an iPhone. So let you know, these are mine. Don't touch them. But yeah. And her name, I'm like, oh, this is going to be so perfect. And charm. So because of copyright reasons, Crocs calls their little things they put on their gibbets. I can't call them gibbets unless I want Crocs coming after me. Like, you can't call them that. That's what we call our stuff. And I'm just started calling them shoe charms. That's literally what it is. Like a charm bracelet, you can change them out, put what you want on it. Same thing with your Crocs. Change them out, put what you want on them. A lot of them I make myself, so you won't even be able to find them anywhere. Like the ones with the diamonds and stuff on them. I actually ordered the back pieces that go on there to go inside the shoe. So a lot of my pieces you won't, the designer ones, I mean, anybody can get them hands on them if they find a good vendor from China, but a lot of the other ones I've done myself. Like this with the chain on it, I made that myself. See how it's like how it dangles like that?
That's different.
Yep, I made that myself. Even like on these, you see this big one right here?
Mm-hmm.
I made that one. Because it's a lot of, you got nurses that, want to do something different to their Crocs. I mean, even moms, my best friend, she has a pair. She has 2 boys. And anyone can tell you when I'm trying something new or, even all the ones I've done that's already finished, I always throw them against the wall. Because I always want to check and see if something falls off. Because you're going to wear these a lot. And I would hate for it to come back on my name like, oh, she's charging this much for these shoes and my stuff is falling off. I don't want that to come back on me because I will be pissed if I order, I'm spending my money with someone and you sold me a shoe that I only can wear twice and all my decorations are falling off of it. So a lot goes into my process before I, send these off to whoever bought them.
Throwing them against the wall?
I definitely do. And if a rhinestone falls off, that means either it wasn't on good enough or something is going on with that glue that I bought. So
I thought about using Gorilla Glue because obviously that's the strongest glue.
So I actually do use Gorilla Glue. I can show you here. So all of these were neatly placed with Gorilla Glue. There's a lot that goes into designs like this. Like this shoe, the material they use has crude oil in it. So some adhesive don't stick well because of the oil that's in the material. So you have to actually sand it down. So I had to, sand down this whole area and use alcohol to dry it all out, then attach everything. So it's not just, I go to the arts and crafts store, oh, glue, rhinestones, boom. It's not as easy as people might think it is. Also with the Gorilla Glue, I have to use glass or Swarovski, I can finally say it right, rhinestones, only because the Gorilla Glue would eat them up and it make them look cloudy. And I don't want, that doesn't look too good. So like I said, a lot has went into me designing these. I'll be up till 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure I finish a shoe and it's nice and perfect before I can ship it off. It's an everyday thing here.
It is an everyday thing. I think that's the process of when you're creative, when you're trying to be a entrepreneur, not trying to be, when you're actually going into entrepreneurship, because we don't treat any of this stuff like a side hustle. We treat this like it's our main hustle. You feel me? So I didn't know all this, and I'm not even bullshitting to anybody that's listening out there. When this episode drops, I'm not bullshit. I didn't know all this about crocs and customizations. I've always known Raven had a little swag, right? She always had the freshest sneakers, and she always told me where to get the freshest sneakers at the low price at work. That was like our conversation. She always had the swag. So, and I think when we was working with each other, you never wore the same outfit twice.
I'm sure I have.
I'm sure you have it.
I'm just good. You guys switch it up. Wear this shirt with these pants, and then wear a necklace this time. Wear a headband the next time. Wear a different. You got, just rotate. Even though I do have a closet full of clothes, rotate. That's the thing.
You got to rotate. You got to accentuate. You know what I mean? How Pop said, you got to coordinate.
Coordinate. There we go. That's a good one.
Coordinate. Man, that's dope. I ain't know this shit. This is like mind blowing. I'm like, okay, I was going to ask her this. You just went into great detail. So as an entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. Our main thing is we want you to work with us. We don't want to work for you. That's our mentality, is to get out of what situation we are and build generational wealth. If this is something that you plan on doing and then maybe franchising out to other things, or this is just...
I've thought about it only because I want to offer more than just this one service or product. I want to make it into where I can be a one-stop shop for if someone wants to do it themselves. So start selling kits. Like, you want to bedazzle something you have at home. Here, I sell a whole kit that has everything you need in it, from the stones to the glue to whatever it is. Here it is. You can buy it from me. I want to make it easy for people to actually get the stones. A lot of things come from China. I feel like they have everything over there, but it's just, shipping takes forever. And I want to be able to already have it on hand. So when someone needs it, order it, you got it. I don't know if of course everyone want to be as fast as Amazon, but I want to be able to offer more unique products than Amazon, if you can, get what I'm saying. Because I get some of my stones from Amazon now, but they don't have the wide variety of colors that are available out there. So I want to be able to, be able to cover all bases when it comes to that. I might even have my own custom glue that, everybody's like, oh, the glue that she sells, that glue is really good.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you've been checking back up last month. Gorilla Glue was popping.
I mean, that whole situation, I don't even know how, because I used that spray adhesive before because, Everybody had a Maxima when the lining at the top of the car started coming out. Mm-hmm. That started happening to mine. Spray that up there, boom, back to brand new. But I would have never thought to put it in my hair. Never.
I mean, I hate to get off subject with it, but like I remember working at a hardware store when I was a teenager and I was in college. And that was some of the strongest shit that we have ever sold. That was some strong shit. That was some shit like, I know it was a strong, like it took an army just to get the, you know how like Elmer's glue leave that little dried up paste in your fingers and shit? It took like an army to get that shit off. That was some strong stuff, bro. So that whole situation was just different. So we just got a Jewels right now, right? So not only does she customize Crocs, she's doing other shoes. She's doing hats. She's t-shirts, jackets. And then you even hear it now. She's talking about doing her own glue. That's some scientific shit. What's my line I always tell you?
Well, you have a lot of quotes here. Let me think of what's the main one you could be talking about. Go ahead, lay it on me.
It's possible.
Oh, I should have went simple. I should have known that's the one you were talking about. I mean, anything is really possible. Somebody got to do it. I'm pretty sure someone has done it before. I'm pretty sure I won't be the last one.
But you could be the one that could be the transitional one. You could be the pioneer into it.
You're right.
You got to crawl so somebody can walk.
You're definitely right. Have you seen Lil Baby was, well, there's too many babies. I think it was Lil Baby. I think it was Lil Baby. He was here in Atlanta for like a video shoot or something like that. And he had on shoes that had rhinestones all over them. And I was like, I could have did that. Wondering how much he paid for that one pair of shoes. But I'm like, I could have did it. Just seeing stuff like that. I'm like, it is really, becoming more popular. And I would have never thought to see it on a guy. But hey.
You'd be surprised. Think about, let's go back in time. Give them an age. Remember the Ed Hardish and the Black Label? That had a lot of bedazzlement into it.
I used to love Black Label. I had a purse and a couple t-shirts from them. But
yeah. Them thick ass jeans, boy. I remember I bought them jeans. It ain't matter how many times you watch them shits was like cardboard.
And the color never left.
It never left. And the Ed Hardy, them shits, you pay like $98, $100 for the Ed Hardy. That shit was thin as hell. Nipples be all out, everything.
They got some good fragrances though that are still, not even gonna lie. I don't think Ed Hardy will ever die. It's gonna come out pretty soon again.
Of course, everything in fashion, whatever was hot back in the 90s is gonna come back now.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna come back.
Everything comes back. All the fashions come back. You see it with the sneakers. You see it with the hairstyles. You see a lot of this.
Should have held on to them jeans a little bit longer.
Man. Them jeans gone. If that's the case, Black Air Force One's gonna make a strong comeback.
Oh, they already are. Well, down here anyway.
I don't know.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Take one.
In Atlanta.
I'm gonna wait to come to Atlanta. Mainly because what's going on in the world now, and y'all ain't got no restrictions.
Yeah, even though they shut down All-Star Weekend, so there's that.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yes, back to the, because me and you could talk all day about stuff that we don't even know how we got to that conversation.
I know. It's all good. That's just us.
That is.
But what kind of obstacles have you faced in far as the startup of Reign and Charm and going in business for yourself?
I would say the most obstacles have been, of course, the trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I've only ruined like one pair. So I feel like that's pretty good. Charge to the game. It's all good. I just got to start to gluing on everything, and I'm like, wait, this does not work. It was a big old hot mess. And if you try to take it off, that Gorilla Glue don't play. If you stick it on there, make sure that's where you want it, because that's where it's going to be. If you try to take it off, you're going to know you took something off. It's going to show. And also, when I started, I was just ordering stuff thinking I might need this and I might need that, or nope. I got a whole bin of stuff I ordered and can't send it back because it came from China or wherever. I'm going to find something to do with it, but there's no use for it as far as what I'm doing now. And I would say that's probably the only thing I really, so far, because it's one of those things where it's like, it's going to sell. I went and I ordered 5 pair of Crocs, not knowing who's going to buy them. But I said, well, I got to start making samples. I got to show them actually what I can do. So it took a while to get rid of those pairs because, of course, it has to be in the size of whoever wants them, along with if it's at their color or, the design is their cup of tea. So it took a while to get rid of those. But I haven't really, I would say, of course, I wish I had more money to get more supplies. So it's that whole thing of waiting until you sell to have the money to put back in it. So if I would have had more of a cushion of a startup fund, then I think I probably would be, maybe a little bit farther, only because I would have had more supplies at one time. So I would have been able to produce more at one time, if you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So now I'm gradually getting to where I want to be. But it took months to get there. Mm-hmm. So if I'd have been like, hey, I got this money, I'm setting aside just for this, I think I would have been all right. But it was just, just starting off. I ordered like 2 pair of Crocs and boom, went on from there. But I think that's with any business. It doesn't just, overnight, boom, you're in business and you're getting customers. It doesn't work that way. So I can't really say it's been an obstacle. I think that's just the timeline of running a business.
It can also be just a lesson as well, too. You feel me? Definitely.
And I've had girls, message me, asking me questions. And it's like, I've always been the one. If I know where remember I got something from, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this shirt got it from here. I don't know if they still got it. It was a couple months ago when I bought it, but when people ask me stuff, I'm always just willing to give up information. And I was told, like, you probably shouldn't do that or charge them. And I'm like, but I feel like everybody is always charging for some piece of information these days, when it's like you could really get on Google and figure it out yourself. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just me, always being so nice. I don't know why I always, have to be so nice about some things, but I don't know.
You get that information though, like you like, man, I know this shit. And you just want to share it. People to ask you a bunch of questions. Like I learned that from stand up, and I learned that also from the podcast, because I've had numerous people hit my DMs and call my phone or whatever and just ask me about, man, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. And I've gotten to the point, because I Googled it. I didn't ask anybody. I said, let me Google and find it and trial and error myself. I'm at a point now, I haven't done it yet. If you want to ask me about how to start a podcast, what you need for the podcast, it's going to be $25 for a 30-minute conversation.
I feel you.
If you go past the 30 minutes, it's another $25. I'm just going to keep it real. But I guess when it comes to like starting your own business or branching out, you can't show your right hand what your left hand has. It's some old saying. You can't show them everything. And sometimes you do have to be selfish with the knowledge that you do have, because a lot of times you get people that's in the same industry as you. You may have somebody else that's doing customized crops. And now you gave away all your jewels and they're getting like the recognition. Well, I may give somebody all the jewels for podcasting and boom, they're like, oh, I'm going to do what No Idea is doing. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And that's just like, it's a lesson. Let's put it like that. It's not an obstacle. It's a lesson that I'm actually learning. You feel me?
Right.
And I guess that's something that you're learning too.
Sorry.
Who is that?
Sorry.
Why you apologize? Is that my baby?
Can you? Yeah. Are you able to pause it?
No, bring her in.
No. Who is that? Okay, say that.
I said, oh, okay. I thought she was gonna be up here too.
No, she's on that tablet.
It's over with.
Yeah. My father was her say, "Mommy." I didn't hear that.
So if anybody wanted to get anything customized from you, how does the process work? How can they look you up?
Well, now I have an Etsy page, which I don't know what took me so long to do.
I told you to do it a long time ago.
I know you did. It was just, when it comes to all this new stuff, it's like I'm still young, but this stuff is giving me a headache. I think I got enough with the Facebook and the Twitter and all of that stuff. You said orange pants? Yeah. Can you give me 5 minutes? I don't know. Okay. And so now everything is really on Etsy. I mean, I still get some people that message me on Instagram and just say, hey, I'm looking for this or that, or you posted this. Can you make me something like that? And then I'll take orders through there if they're comfortable with it. But I've been getting a lot of orders through my Etsy page. And it just has made things so much easier. Because not only do I have posts where you can place the order for the custom Crocs, but I sell the charms individually. So if you already have Crocs, you just want to find some stuff to decorate them, those are on there too. Along with if I have any pairs that are just something I was bored and decided to do, those are on there also. So if it's in a size that your size and you want those, you can buy them straight off of Etsy. Only because, it's more secure than somebody cash apping you the money or, sending it to you some other kind of way. You get, there's a receipt, there's a trail, there's a help desk if anything goes wrong or anything like that. So yeah, my Etsy page is Reigning Charm Co. Only because Reigning Charm, I was like, well, I need to know because it's a whole brand. Like this is a whole, it's a whole thing here. So Reigning Charm Co. is what I chose for my Etsy page. But you can also find me on Instagram. I post more on the business page when it comes to the shoes now than my regular page, only because my regular page, I'm pushing that into another direction. So I want them to be, completely separate, even though they can both bring me to the same, popularity wise, they can bring me to the same thing, but they're totally separate at the moment. Well, trying to. But yeah, I'm there. I'm always answering questions. People message me 2:00 in the morning. If I'm up and you want to ask questions about Crocs before you order, I'm answering them.
Just an FYI for y'all that's gonna end up getting something customized by this young lady. Follow through with it. Support. We need more Black creatives. We need more Black entrepreneurs. We need more Black wealth. So I have entitled this episode as a hint on her. It's called Walking Into Your Future.
I like
Walking into Your Wealth. One of the ones I'm playing with. But
okay, I like them.
Okay. Swagged out.
Hey.
But is there any last advice that you want to give for anybody that is breaking off into entrepreneurship?
It doesn't happen overnight. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to feel like there's no one out there supporting you. You're going to feel like you're going to feel defeated. Like, oh, this isn't going to work. Nobody's going to buy this, or nobody's going to come look at this, or regardless of what it is, if it's music or you selling something or whatever it is a lot of people in this world. You never know what they like. It's just, you got to do the hard work to get yourself out there. you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in it, you can't make nobody else believe in it.
Thank you. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram at Raining Charm Co.
Raining_charm on Instagram.
Make sure you send her a DM, put your orders in. Support. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at No ID podcast. You can also follow my personal page at Rome Davis 89. Make sure you like on Facebook at No ID Podcast on my IG, my Facebook page. Make sure you hit the links in the bio and support. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, rate everything that the both of us are trying to build right here. You understand what I'm saying? And only thing I'm gonna say is just Raven, keep pushing. I see you grow. I don't wear Crocs.
That's fine. They're not everyone's cup of tea.
They're not, because I think some people that put on Crocs need to put lotion on the back of their feet.
Very true. Very true. And I don't have any up here now, but they have ones with the fur on the inside. Just like the Uggs. If you don't wear socks or something, your feet sweat. They start to get funky.
Exactly. Please do not have the back of your head like an icy with the flavor sucked out of it. Thank you so much, Raven. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.